at the top there. When I practice meditation and focus on the breath, I feel like I'm controlling it too much instead of letting go and seeing it clearly. How do I deal with this? This is a big problem in my progress. Anybody want to start?
So I take it when you're meditating and let's say if you're focusing on the rising and falling of the stomach wall, are you saying that you actually feel like that you're controlling the rising and falling rather than actually noting the rising and falling? Because I think from my own experience, that's the thing that I've experienced initially when you first start to sit and meditate, because obviously you're focusing on the rising and falling, and then as you get into the meditation, you start to note other things like thinking and pain and hearing and all the other aggregates that arise during the meditation. So I don't know if that's what's happening, or it's a different kind of meditation where you're focusing on the breath passing through the nose. But I think to start with, you have to focus on it initially, which can sometimes perceive that you're controlling it.
Yeah, one of the big aspects. Well, the key to any question is asking what is the reason for asking it. Looking at what is the reason for asking it. The key here is in where you say, I feel like I'm controlling it too much. Because, well, we can say that there's something wrong with control in and of itself, but the real problem here is the fact that there's something unpleasant going on, and that's suffering, which is really an important thing because no one wants to suffer. So the key to your problem is not necessarily to look at the control. That's what comes from misunderstanding the suffering, from misunderstanding reality. Based on misunderstanding reality, we try to control it, which actually creates more suffering. When you look at the suffering and look at the experience as it is, and look at your disliking of it, looking at, based on paticca samuppada, right? Looking at the various pieces as they arise, looking at the feelings, looking at the object, looking at the liking or disliking of it, looking at your intentions based on the liking and disliking of it. You'll come to see that it's not worth controlling. You'll come to teach yourself that there is no it doesn't admit to control, and so you'll naturally stop controlling. The worst thing is when you get frustrated about your control and try to stop yourself from controlling, because of course that's just adding further attempts to control the situation. The real thing is I would say to focus on the reaction to the control and focus on the object of the control. Because control is already wrong practice. And so if that's going on, then there's nothing, you can't react to wrong practice. You're already practicing incorrectly at that moment. So you focus on what it is that you're reacting to incorrectly, and you'll teach yourself to react correctly, and then you won't control. So when you feel uncomfortable and discomfort, for example, in the stomach, which is a very uncomfortable thing, especially if you're controlling it, focus on the discomfort, or pain, or feeling, and liking, disliking, and so on. And for sure you'll find, well, that's the key to retrain yourself. So you start with rising and falling, and this is what we're expecting to see. We're expecting to see that the mind reacts incorrectly, suffering for itself, and we'll deal with that, or retrain our minds based on the wisdom and understanding.